at a secret location in Ontario.
Do you know when the robbery happened?
Crime Stoppers is ready to take your call.
Okay, what address? Do you know that address? And do you know what the male's ethnicity is?
Thank you for calling Toronto Crime Stoppers. How may I help you?
Sean, thanks for giving us a tour.
For sure.
What is this place? Where are we?
So we are in an undisclosed location. This is the National Anonymous Call Center where all tips come in from right across Canada into the US and internationally. The number of calls that come in here, you know, in Toronto, we get upwards to 10,000 calls or more a year.
Wow.
And then when you take that and you multiply it by 87 programs in Canada, you can imagine the number of calls, the number of tips that are coming in.
I need to place a tip, please.
For what city or town?
For Toronto.
When you're talking about 10,000 calls for Toronto, what kinds of calls are you getting?
It could be something as, hey, I think my neighbor is doing such and such, to an actual, hey, I know a guy who committed that crime because we saw something on TV. Murders, sexual assaults.
Okay, and what are you looking to report about?
I've seen someone with a gun.
When was this?
Yesterday.
People call Crime Stoppers because it's promised that they're going to be anonymous.
For sure.
How anonymous are they? What kind of information do you get from this call?
We get nothing, right? So when you call in, your number is blocked. When it comes in online, it's the same thing. All that information from an IP perspective is washed.
We ask them the who, what, where, why, and weapons questions to determine what crime is being reported. I make sure that they're aware that I don't want their name, number, or anything about them.
Tipsters are given their own ID number and password and can go online to get updates.
Then all that information goes over to, the Crime Stoppers program, in this case Toronto, and our detective and the team in the office vet that information.
What happens when you pick up that tip?
So what happens when we pick up a tip? First and foremost, one of the things that we look at is the safety of our tipsters. We review it again to sanitize it, to ensure that there's no safety risks.
And what kinds of things are you looking for when you're sanitizing it?
So identifiers. I'll give the example of, let's say someone's providing information about drugs and they mention by mistake, my neighbor deals drugs that lives right beside me.
So that would identify the person?
That would identify the person. So what we would do is sanitize that information, say a person at residence so-and-so.
Right. So in that sense, on all fronts, you are really looking to protect the anonymity of the caller.
The tipster's safety is paramount. We will not sacrifice any information leaving our queue for the sake of an arrest or a charge.
So how do you collect a reward and stay anonymous?
Basically, to collect the reward, that tip needs to lead to that person's arrest. When you call Crime Stoppers, you're given an ID number, and that's unique to you. And then once that happens, we'll give you another series of numbers, which technically turns into your bank account. And then you can go to any TD bank in the GTA in Ontario, present that bank account number as a non-identifiable account. They just take it, they verify it, and they go, here you go, here's your cash.